This is the American Rev Zechariah A Jackson from the church of what's happening now. You know, we travel the country and just looking and reporting and giving the common man a chance to get on the internet, to get on the radio, to get on the web. You know, different stories we cover and different things we do. You know, because of the hurricane a few months ago, I couldn't make it down to the monument. And, you know, I said, well, maybe I'll get here next year or year after next or whenever. But I'll tell you, I had pictures, I had it on video. But it's nothing like being right here. I mean, when you look at that rock and you look at that carving, how he made that carving, I don't know the artist's name at this point, but when you look at how he carved that, I'll tell you, it's something to be very proud. It looked like Dr. King is just coming out, like he's alive. Like I can look and picture his own eyes, you know, and see the veins and seeing the sweat and the toil that he went through many, many years ago. So I urge everybody, please, get down to this monument in Washington, D.C., and I'm going to tell you, I will be truthful with you as much as I can. I didn't plan to come to the monument today. I was working with Logan Pierre on the Home Depot issue that he has, and we were over at the Capitol building. The Capitol Police ran us from one side to the next. Can't set the tripod up, can't do this, can't do that. But on right here, the officer said we couldn't set the tripod up on these stones here, but we can back up to the sidewalk. So that right there was good. I want to let the YouTube family, I'm going to try to get as close as I can to a picture of this monument. I want everybody to please try to get down to it, because it's a worthwhile pilgrimage. May God be with you.
Give me 1 minute, just I don't say anything, just my picture to be on the top of it. I won't say anything, just check.
As you see at this point here, at this point here, I'm trying to get as close to the face of the monument. I keep saying monument, memorial, because you know we had an issue with the taxi cab driver. We said we were trying to get to the monument, and she drove us to the Washington Monument. And you know what she said? She said, you know, you guys one day need to make it down to the Martin Luther King Memorial. I said, well, that's where we're going. Isn't that the monument? So we have changed it from the Washington Monument to the Martin Luther King Monument. It's actually the Martin Luther King Memorial. And it is good. Forgive my Georgian accent that I can't say memorial like you Northerners, but anyway, I'm right now. I'm focusing in on the lips. I'm focusing in on the eyes. I'm focusing in on the ears. As my camera is trying to get as close as it can. I'm trying to pull the face in as much as possible. But I tell you, it is worthwhile to get down here to see this right here. This is a worthwhile trip, I tell you. I only wish I had the money to pay for everybody to come and just to walk. You know, when I first walked in, I seen the rocks and things of that nature. And I just didn't expect to see this picture. I didn't expect to see this picture as clear as this, and to see how the stone is carved so good on the. I'll tell you right now, the what you see on the in the newspapers and things like that across the web, do not do the memorial any justice, because I'm going to tell you, it looked like Dr. King is standing right there. It really looked like he's standing there. Okay, at this moment, I'm going to get a shot of Lugan. He wants to be in front of the monument. So go ahead, Lugan. Let's get you a shot. All right. Okay, there you go. You got Lugan at this time in front of the monument. Want to wave to the YouTube people? And he's in front of the monument, and many other people, as you see, done line up and everything and stuff, you know. But I tell you, it is a worthwhile. I'm gonna pull it in one more time, just so you can see it. And I tell you, it was a worthwhile. We just left the Capitol, and we was kind of fussing, you know, whether we were gonna pay the money to the taxi cab driver, or whatever, but it was worth it. It was actually worth it and everything. I'm gonna give it another shot, pull it straight into you. As it's coming into you, I'm gonna bring it in slow. All right, there you go. as it coming into you. Okay, here it is. That right there is the Martin Luther King Memorial. I tell you, it's something, you know, and next year, well, I keep saying next year, but year after next, in January, I'm going to be traveling down to Georgia, preferably Perry, Georgia, and salute the 150 years of freedom. And just to look at that right there and paste that with the Emancipation chapter, well, I will say these words here: free at last, free at last. Thank God Almighty, we are free at last. All right.